Now, the reason social media has really taken off is because it scratches an itch humans have. And that itch is to be social with each other, to interact with each other, to engage with each other at a real authentic human level. Put a content strategy in place. What kind of articles can you write in a blog? What kind of videos can you produce? What kind of white papers can you produce? Take all that content that educates your marketplace and then build value around that content. Then the social media channels are just that. They're channels for you to share, not broadcast. Share your content. Give people the ability to engage with you in that content. Engage with them in authentic conversation around your content. Your content be your marketing. Give people a reason to engage with you. You can do some traditional marketing like calls to action. Calls to action have been around a long time, long before social media, right? Give someone a call to action in social media through your content to get more content from you. Hey, you want to know more about this? You know, click here and download this ebook, or click here and watch this, 20-minute educational video. Talk about the 3 E's of content: educate, enlighten, and entertain. Not that you have to do all 3, but if you do 1 or 2 or all 3 of those, I'm willing to give you my email address. I know that in return for giving you that email address, 2 things will happen. One is I'm going to get additional content from you. And if it's good content, now you've strengthened your relationship with me, and I've strengthened my relationship with you. I also know that I'm going to get future emails from you. I also know that I can unsubscribe. Anytime I can unsubscribe. You're feeding me good content, and along the way you're giving me calls to action. Not only may I become a potential buyer, I may become a potential recommender, which is possibly even more powerful. Because maybe as a buyer, I'm a small buyer, but maybe I recommend you to someone who's a big buyer. But if you've done a good job with your content strategy and really giving me compelling value in your content, well, then I may not just become a buyer, but become a recommender of your products and services. And give people a reason to engage with you, build a relationship with you through your content, so that when you do put a call to action in there, it's valid, it's legitimate. There's people, you give people a reason to respond to it, and then great, things can happen from that, from an ROI standpoint. On the social media question, how do you devote time to it, because it's time consuming? Well, what are you doing now that's working really, really well? Great, keep doing it. What are you doing now that's not working so well? Maybe you can take an hour a week, or 2 hours a week, or 3 hours a week, and say, let's try something else. And then that is something else should not be social media. It should be a content strategy. And then again, you use social media as a way to implement a content strategy. So likewise, don't just say, okay, we're doing social media and without a game plan. Put your content strategy in place, and then just start out 1 or 2 or 3 hours a week. Measure what you're doing, measure the engagement, measure how many people you're connecting with, measure the kind of people you're connecting with, measure different things that you try, and then progressively, as you're seeing results, then what a lot of companies find is they see that they're spending more time at it simply because they're getting more results. Stop doing things that aren't working and allocate some of that time to a content strategy that you use through social media.